Hello everyone, Gigs here. Today we are going to take a look at crossbows. So in order for me to test this out, show you guys the crossbows, we need a few mobs. So I'm down here at a zombie spawner that I found, earlier in the week, last week maybe, when I was clearing out a mine shaft. So this is going to be the easiest way for me to test this down here. So, Crossbows is the new missile weapon that's been introduced along with the pillagers, something that they wield. Would be nice if Mojang gave us another melee weapon, but Trident, now Crossbow, will take it still. You can also craft them, so it is a fairly simple recipe. What am I missing? Let me think about how I need to do this. It's not coming up on my recipe book, which makes me think maybe I'm missing something. So, sticks. That's what I'm missing, sticks. So we will do that, and then it should come up in, there we go. So an iron, 3 sticks, tripwire hook, and some string. And then you've got yourself just a basic crossbow. Along with the crossbow, you're also getting some extra enchants. Just rearrange my inventory. You get multi-shot and quick charge. Quick charge goes up to quick charge 3, and each level of quick charge just enables you to be able to reload the crossbow quicker than if it's got no enchants on it at all. Multi-shot means that you're going to get multiple shots coming out of your crossbow versus just a single shot. And the other one is piercing, and piercing will piercing goes up to a level 4 only, so even if I put a piercing 4 book on top of this, it will still stay at piercing 4. But essentially it allows you to shoot multiple mobs in a row, so it basically pierces a mob and then goes through to the next mob. And obviously the level at which it will do that depends on whether or not you're from 1 to 4. So yes, we have both arrows and fire rockets, because you can fire both arrows and fire rockets through them. You can repair these in a similar way that you would repair bows. The plain ones you can do on the grindstone, remembering that you can no longer combine bows or crossbows in your crafting. You have to do it, so even if I put those 2 in there, it gives me nothing. If I had a second bow here, it also wouldn't let me craft and join 2 bows together. And that is basically because they now have moved that functionality to the grindstone. So you have to do all of that in the grindstone. Enchanted items, however, you still do in the anvil. So let's get on with showing off these crossbows. So I'm going to show you each one of these. Firstly, just to show you the standard crossbow without any of the enchants, and then show you the other 2 as well. You cannot combine piercing with multi-shot. So they are similar to the fact that you can't do infinity and mending on a bow. You can't have these 2 on the same crossbow. You can't get infinity on a crossbow at this point in time. That is not an option. Whether or not they do that at a later point, I don't know. Now this could have a little bit of death and mayhem, especially given that I'm not going to be protecting myself. Oh, actually no, I can protect myself from baby zombies. That's not so bad. Let me think now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. When I'm done, I'll do 3 there, and then we'll be able to go through that gap. We will see how this all turns out, because it could be very, very bad. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not as good as I would have liked, actually. Let's rethink this. He's not spotted that he can come through to me there. He might when I go to do this one though. Yep, no. I'm just going to close this off so that I can get rid of the torch and increase the amount that is spawning. There we go. Haha. So the first one we will see, we've got a couple in a row there. We will do the piercing. Now they're jumping, that's not good, peoples. Okay, so for a piercing one, you guys want to line up for me? No? Okay, so we'll do multi-shot then. So we right click it to load it, so now it's loaded, and then we can shoot. And you'll see that it got multiple ones at once. May not have been as clear as I would have liked. Okay, so right to load it, so now it's loaded, and release. We probably can't see it as well there. I'll probably go above ground later on and show you it shooting so you can see it, but that is essentially it. Ah, there we go, that's a bit better. Further away I am, the more you can see it. So the piercing one, again you're right clicking it to load it up, and when I go click, it got very difficult to show it on these because it's really not. So you can see that you can leave it loaded, so if I go off it and then come back to it, it remains loaded. So it is something, if you are wandering around, you can leave these loaded. So there we go, so it's shot two of them at once there. I may even jump into a creative world just to show this a little bit better as well. Because obviously in that way I can line up quite a few mobs a little bit easier. So with the so if you have a look at this one, it takes a lot longer to draw it back and get it ready. So that one there takes that long, but then when I go to the multi-shot, which has got quick charge too, it's a lot quicker. And you can see a lot more clearer there actually, the 3-shot version of it. So the other thing that we can do is shoot with fire rockets. Now fire rockets you need to hold in your offhand in order to be able to shoot with them. So you can see the fire rocket is loaded, and when we shoot, 3 rockets came out. So that was a little bit clearer. You can see it only uses up 1 rocket even though it's firing 3. You can definitely see the 3-shot there. It doesn't really do much damage to them from what I can see. Now whether or not you need to be further away so that they can explode better, I don't know, but all my tests so far I can't seem to get them to do much damage at all. This is a duration 3 rocket, and I didn't see that it makes any difference whatsoever. Like these guys aren't dying. Do the same with the piercing, although obviously it's only going to fire 1. Now the standard one also do, so the non-enchanted with fire rockets, you got it in there as well. So I will probably, yes, definitely jump into a creative world and do a little bit of recording in there so that we can see how these work with the zombies all set up in a line, and we can try different various mobs and we can test the fire rockets a little bit. So I will see you over there. Okay, here we are on the creative world. So we can see I've got it all set up there for the zombies and skeletons and creepers there for us to have a bit of a play and see how these crossbows work with a little bit more playing around. I have, oops, done it again. I have put the full quick charge enchant on these just to make it a little bit more fun. So the first one I'm going to attempt here, and it may fail for me, but we'll see, because I maybe shouldn't have lined them up as close all the way I did. First one is going to be the multi-shot. So this is just again just for you to see. So you saw how quickly that one charged up versus this one, which takes a little bit longer. So definitely having quick charge helps. And then there we go. We got 3 shots at once. Now if we do the firework rockets, now these ones I actually used the firework stars, so we'll see whether or not they make a difference as well. Oops, helps if I aim better. Yeah, I just don't see how this is effective at killing mobs. You know, and ricochet just doesn't seem to be the way to go. I suppose I let you shoot 3 of them off at once. Sure that was. So from a multi-shot perspective, definitely doesn't do a better job. From a piercing perspective, no, see, it just bounces off them. So apart from shooting it up in the sky, I don't really see the point of them. Unless I'm using it wrong, in which case let me know. We can test it again. But let's go back to using the arrows. So we saw the multi-shot. We saw how that worked, and that worked rather well. Now this is our piercing, and you'll see that it shoots the multiples in the row. And you're clearing out those mobs fairly quickly. So that's actually quite a good enchant to have. I think I actually prefer that over the multi-shot, because the multi-shot you're still needing to do a lot more shots to get those mobs dead. So I'd say piercing is a much better way to go. Whereas if I quickly switch to the piercing, we're getting rid of these guys pretty quick. Same with their skellies. So quick charge definitely makes a difference. You can see how quickly I'm able to just clear out these guys using that. Whereas with this one here, it's just so much slower. So if you're using the unenchanted version, you're wasting your time basically. Again, the multi-shot, if we use the multi-shot on these guys, it's just not, it's getting there, like it is killing them, but I would say that using the piercing, I was getting through them a lot quicker. Oops, multi-shot. Yeah, so I'd say the piercing is definitely the better way to go. There we go. Oops, I've lost a lot of my creepers. You have to watch how I set these up. I'm setting them up too far apart, so they're not, they're despawning on me. That's okay, we can sort that out. So this is our multi-shot. Versus our piercing. So again, I just think that piercing gets through them a lot quicker. So, fun little weapon to use. I'm not so certain that it's one that I'll be switching to myself. I think I much prefer the bow. Having to do this double action in order to shoot it is quite annoying. I wouldn't mind so much if once you held it and you just let it go, it went. Again, I can see sort of the attraction for some people. It is something that at least you can leave loaded. So if you were walking around, you could leave it loaded so that whenever you needed it, you just switch to it and fire. So there is that. Don't think that there's anything much else to show with the crossbows. That is fairly much it. Yes. So thank you for watching. I hope this at least gave you, not the best introduction to crossbows, at least gave you a glimpse into the fact that they're out there, the different enchants for them, and potentially might encourage you to go and take a closer look as to whether or not you'll be using them when 1.14 comes out. Have a good day, everyone.